portrayal of the Sikh community. To 2024, there was a movie titled Hamare Bara. This had to remove certain scenes that were deemed offensive to the minorities. Clearly, the list is long, but we have to also understand that there are sensitivities involved, like you had seen in 2018. The movie Padmavat, the title in fact got changed to Padmavat to avoid a reference to Queen Padmavati. You would recall that a Karni Sena, the Rajput Sena, they were all up in arms, and there was a lot of controversy even around this particular movie. So not the first time that you're looking at an instance like this, but why do we reach a situation like this? What really is at the crux of this entire issue? Let's say good evening to our panel of guests. Joining us, we have Professor Rakesh Sinhaji, who's an ex-Rajya Sabha MP and a national spokesperson of the BJP with us. We also have Vivek Srivastava, who's representing the left on the show. Sanjana Galrani is a noted actress tonight on the broadcast. Kapil Madan is advocate of the Supreme Court. He does lean towards the Congress. He's completing our panel. Vivek, let me begin by asking you that what is the problem? I mean, I want to know today that if a movie has decided right now to chop about 17 scenes, they've done this clearly realizing that there are sensitivities involved and realizing that this possibly could have hurt someone's sentiment. Then why were these scenes put in the movie for the first place? Was this for publicity? Was this to generate a controversy? What was the idea, Vivek?
Okay, the idea was to represent the truth, and that is what Mr. Mohanlal was doing as an actor. And the entire team wanted to show the truth of Gujarat. But later on, the businessman and Mr. Mohanlal woke up when so much of pressure was put on him by the government. And, they tried to take the diplomatic and they decided to take a cut. I think they should have stuck onto their guns, and they should have said that come what may, the movie is a movie, and we're not going to go for that. I mean, there had been problems in then Chief Minister for 10 years.
Freedom of speech. You're standing up for artistic freedom, which is fantastic. Do you remember what you must have said during the movie The Kerala Story, The Kashmir Files?
Yeah, the Kerala Story, the figure given earlier by the producer was 32,000 women had been victimized, and later on that came out to be, a totally a false figure. The producer apologized and said that the figure was only three women had been victimized. So, and he apologized. So, I mean, when you give technically wrong figures and you try to, you make a movie, there's no issue. You want to follow a political agenda, even that is okay. But when you make movies like Chhawa, which are historically incorrect, with an aim to show Islam and Quran in a bad light, to flare up communal passions, to benefit one particular Hindutva ideology, it needs to be seen. Golwalkar and Savarkar both used very...
Vivek, what you're doing now is that you will get stuck in your own web, your own web. Allow me a moment. Before I get in Sajana, who's been wanting to come in, and also Kapil here, I want to get in Rakesh Sinhaji here, because Rakesh Sinhaji also has some very, very strong opinion on the entire issue. Now, Rakesh Sinhaji, much like, the quote-unquote, the other lobby, the cabal, that has a problem with certain movies like the Kashmir Files, like the Kerala Story, like the Sabarmati Report, the BJP today has taken a much nuanced position where you say that this is a movie at the end of it, and it's up to people to decide whether they want to watch it. But look at the kind of words that the RSS and a lot of, these organizations have used. They say this is anti-Hindu, this is anti-BJP. Is this just about convenience? I mean, are people looking at a movie now through the lens from where they are sitting? Rakesh Sinhaji.
Two different dimensions. One is subjective issues, as Kerala Files, or suppose the film is made on 317 others. Other is on objective facts. When you are making a film on objective facts, you must keep in mind whether the visuals and narratives would promote harmony in the society, or it would lead a division in the society. Suppose there is a film on emergency and that film is a lopsided, or suppose this film is some biased. It is not going to damage society in terms of secularism, democracy, in other way. But here is the communal issues are involved. The visuals have more impact than the written words. We all know. The visual play a very vibrant role. In that regard, when the producers ultimately realized and had cut 17 cuts. They have removed these scenes. This shows that there is some guilt conscience. And there was a hidden agenda. Now it is very obvious. I cannot blame the Mohanlal because he is an actor. And he is a professional actor. And ultimately he also realized that. And it is very folly to blame that there is a pressure on him. In Kerala, there is a CPM government and a CPM chief minister had given a clean sheet. This film is motivated and intended to create anti-Hindu sentiment, polarize the Muslims, seeing the future vote bank. And the second most important thing is that it is also attacking latently the BJP leadership. When the court ultimately decided everything,
Yes.
you cannot go to the processes. What witness said, what happened. Ultimately, the court's verdict, that is very important. In this film, the filmmaker had completely ignored the court verdict. It is subjective judgment he had given poured in the film.
Okay.
And I think this film should be withdrawn.
But Rakesh Sinha,
This film
whose
should be reviewed
hidden agenda
or
are you
withdrawn.
talking about?
It is a red-green club. In Kerala, there is a red-green club.
Okay.
The Islamists and comrades.
Okay,
Both
that's a strong enough
followers
charge.
of the Muhammad
Yes.
Sahab and
It's
the
a
followers
strong
of the
enough
Karl
charge. I'm
Marx.
sure Vivek would want
They
to
are
respond
together.
to it. Okay, but I quickly want to, Rakesh ji, with your permission, get in both Kapil
Now,
and
just
Sajjana.
let me complete.
Okay, take 10 seconds, sir.
Let me complete one sentence.
Yes.
You know, the BJP is expanding due to its nationalist idea and leadership of Prime Minister Modi ji. And BJP is making mark in the Kerala's politics. And CPM's cadres are migrating to BJP. This is the real danger they are facing. And now the ultimate objective there is to create a complete polarization so that Muslim vote banks should remain intact.
Okay.
And now there is also competition for Muslim vote bank between Rahul Gandhi and Pinari Vijayan. So there is a competition between the two. Who is the owner of the Muslim vote bank?
Okay, you're saying this is competitive politics for a particular vote bank, and don't forget Kerala is also looking at elections not very far away. Sajjana, before I come to you, Kapil, where do you stand? Where does the Congress party stand on the entire issue? You speak about freedom of speech and expression. Will you be supporting the movie, Kapil, or no?
So let me Deepti say this is my individual opinion, and these remarks that I'll be making, these are my individual remarks, and allow me to say this: if a movie has threatened any power center, then perhaps we have reason to believe that the movie speaks the truth. Now, coming back to what Mr. Sinha has said, Mr. Sinha has basically made an argument that the movie may result in creating some sort of an unrest, or the movie is showing a particular fact which are not very convenient to the ruling government. I'll ask only one question here. It is not our honorable PM's job to endorse or to not to endorse a particular movie, but we've seen in the past how our honorable Prime Minister have openly endorsed a particular movie, and he has made remarks.
Kapil, I am so glad that you have touched upon that topic. Just allow me 10 seconds. Kapil, only 10 seconds. The Prime Minister watching a movie. No, it is fair. Let me tell you what I'm telling you, Kapil. You must listen to this. No, wait. Listen to me.
This is not fair.
Kapil, the Prime Minister goes out to watch a movie. All of you say he's politicizing it. Fair enough. When Pinari Vijayan is watching a movie and he's endorsing a movie, what are you going to say? Tell me.
Deepti, allow me to say this. You will not allow me to complete my point. So I think your interjection here is premature. Allow me to complete my point.
Yes, complete now.
The point I'm trying to make here is, if the movie is intervened,
You see, apart from the political the entire viewership going up, look at those numbers. It has already notched a 60 crore mark, right? Now, people are saying that our filmmakers today losing the plot. Don't they have any interesting, good, solid ideas of clean entertainment without a slant, without, breaking perhaps narratives like this? And is this the easy way out to ensure that you get such good numbers?
I think a film should be looked at as a film. Malayalam film industry comes up with some finest of the scripts, and we are very proud of the kind of cinema Mr. Prithviraj sir makes or even Mr. Mohanlal sir makes, they come with a huge fan base, huge responsibility, and though they come with a Malayalam film, it's dubbed in all 5 languages. It does extremely well on the OTTs in all the languages, not just in Kerala but across the world. That is how sensible a film they make. And when you sit down to watch a Mohanlal and Prithviraj combination film, it just goes down with you with the ease of, you know, a 5, like you've seen a 2-hour 15 minutes or 2.5-hour film just in 5 or 10 minutes. That's how smoothly the film goes on. And let a film live its life. Do you know how difficult it is in the film industry? Out of 100 films, 3 or 4 films are surviving. Remaining 95, 96 films, all the producers are going back home, selling their land, selling the houses they're living in and becoming homeless. So when a film is working, just look at it as entertainment. Why are you fitting your political agendas in everything? You're from BJP or Congress, it does not matter to me. I am a film industry person, and what matters to me is the film should do well, and more films should be produced.
For a film to do well, Sanjana, is this an easy way out? That's exactly my question.
Should get more
and
and more opportunities.
If today the filmmakers can go in for 17 cuts, they clearly realized that what they had put out during those 17 cuts was possibly unpalatable, and they shouldn't have done it in the first place. No?
See, we don't know what is happening in the back end, what kind of a political pressure or what kind of a threat has gone out, and why are people not focusing on the legitimate issues in the country like poverty or population?
Okay, I'm assuming you're saying is this a threat you're saying by the center?
It becomes a very big problem.
No, Sanjana, whose threat are you talking about? Who's threatening the filmmakers?
Everything is getting politicized. Some politicians behind, some bigwigs behind are definitely threatening such big actors, putting them under peer pressure that if you don't make this happen, we'll make sure, you know, in future none of your films will release, none of your films will get the theater.
I have to get Rakesh ji to respond to this.
Things like this definitely happen. Otherwise, an actor of such a big caliber, Mohanlal is a demigod of Kerala and a national figure in India, but he's
Rakesh Sinha ji will get the last
somebody
word.
Like him,
Rakesh Sinha ji, is there pressure?
Like
is there pressure on the filmmakers?
Definitely there is pressure.
Rakesh Sinha ji,
I don't know
pressure is uncalled for and unaccepted.
I don't know from where I don't know from where Sanjana got such information. This is her priority to say that this pressure or that pressure. But I am telling you 2 things. That film is not merely the entertainment. It communicates. Her own words that film should be on poverty and other fundamental issues. This means film has certain role in creative life. Not only creative life, also in the real life. When you are making a film which divides the society, creates a disharmony, creates animosity, that film is a dangerous tool. And I think Prithviraj has done a great mistake. He must realize the mistake. I request him to make a film on Mopla, and so how the thousands of Hindu women were raped, thousands of Hindu houses were burnt by Moplas. Will he do that? No, he will not do that. That is not a history for him. This is the history for him. Gujarat riots was a controversial. It was a riot, but he is omitting 59 innocent Hindus who were killed in Sabarmati Express. Why? This is a hidden agenda, not only hidden agenda, this is open agenda. I don't call it a hidden agenda. This film is guided by the open agenda of the Red Green Club of Kerala.
Okay, you're repeating that charge for the second straight time.
One more thing. One more thing.
Just 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds.
I'm adding one more thing. Just 10 seconds. You know, during the Nehru era, Majhul Sultanpuri was a very popular figure. He was a comrade. He was not an RSS person. Balraj Sahni was also a comrade. He was part of the Communist Party's cultural organization. Both were arrested. Why? So there is a difference between Modi era and the Nehru era. During the Prime Minister Modi's regime, no filmmaker was arrested. Nobody was questioned. Nobody was threatened. And the 2 people were arrested. Most popular figures were arrested because he questioned the Nehru's role in letting India to join the Commonwealth.
Okay, Rakesh ji, I've completely run out of time, but I'm thanking you, Kapil, Sanjana, and also Vivek, who decided to walk out of the debate midway. But these are hard questions. Hard, straight questions. We'll try to, answer them also. For the moment, I'm thanking all our guests right now. But the crux of the story. What is the crux of the story? What is it that we figure out at the end of the day? This is Newsnight's Spotting Shot. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the firestorm around films like Empuraan, The Kashmir Files, Shava and The Kerala Story has left us with big questions. Yes, there are still a lot of questions. Are filmmakers crossing a line, or they are just soldiers in what is now looking like a battle of narratives? These movies, celebrated by some but condemned by others, have reignited the clash between storytelling and sensitivity, between art and agenda. But think about this. Should cinema not be sticking to clean entertainment that is free of any kind of slant? Or is that just a fantasy that is too much to ask in a world where every frame, mind you, carries a perspective? Controversy might be a megaphone, but it is also a mirror. That's all for tonight. I'm Deepthi signing off, and we'll be back tomorrow to unpack whatever's next. Good night.
फिनिस्टा विंडोज, ब्यूटीफुल एंड ड्यूरेबल डिजाइन्स, इंस्टॉलेशन से मेंटेनेंस की लाइफ लॉन्ग कस्टमर सर्विस। आपके घर में फिनिस्टा नहीं है तो कॉल कीजिए।
Finer Finesta. In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora. We cover the news that shapes our global future. NDTV World, your new home for global news is here.
One of the worst earthquakes hit Thailand recently, and the tragedy is still unfolding. 72-hour window is quite crucial, and it is fast approaching, and as soon as that window is closed, it will be really difficult to find somebody alive from that rubble. I count at least 8 to 10 cranes. These are huge cranes that are being used to shift through the rubble. Last morning, they had spotted one person who was reportedly alive.
Majority of the people who is in these ruins could be around 70 to 80 people.
So authorities are saying that they have the mechanism, they have the techniques in place to rescue the people. It all boils down to hope and courage.
How often have you turned away from debates that descend into endless fights? We bring you a show where every question is answered, where every debate finds its resolution, where every story finds its conclusion, where opinions collide but facts prevail, where stories unfold with insights and trust. When the noise ends, the last word begins.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What is the real picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know Your Company, powered by NDTV Profit Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers.
Bharat welcomes the world to a new era of creativity. Waves World Audiovisual and Entertainment Summit, as Mumbai hosts the global stage for creativity and innovation. Connecting creators through Creatosphere, where emerging voices rise. Wave Accelerator, where ideas meet global investors. Waves Bazaar, a global marketplace for content.
connecting countries through global media dialogue and industry roundtable. Bharat Pavilion, capturing India's rich history of storytelling.
वेव्स के रूप में भारत एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म बनाने जा रहा है जिसमें दुनिया के एंटरटेनमेंट लैंडस्केप पर उसको बदलने की क्षमता होगी।
From culturals to cinema, gaming to animation, fueling the next wave of entertainment. Connecting creators, connecting countries. Waves 2025.
This by all of these auditors.
SEBI is seeking more information on the trades and the all the transaction which has happened from the exchanges, both NSE and BSE.
The Reserve Bank of India's supervisory officers, they are seeking compliance reports on their foreign currency borrowings by these banks.
The DSS is actively engaging with the Reserve Bank of India to sort of ensure the thorough examination of the matter. And
IndusInd Bank, as part of its internal review, had found that certain aspects of its derivatives portfolio was not meeting the standard that was set by the Reserve Bank of India.
I've been reporting on all issues, big and small, from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital, Mumbai.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora. We cover the news that shapes our global future. NDTV World, your new home for global news, is here.
One of the worst earthquakes hit Thailand.
Hyderabad campus tension, Telangana government versus opposition over environment. Government and the Hyderabad University lock horns. Hyderabad University denies Telangana government's claims. Kamra Common controversy. Police lands up at the comedian's doorstep. Kamra takes a swipe at Mumbai police as landing up at all address a waste of time. Empuraan controversy now turns into a full-blown political storm despite the actor's apology. Death toll rises to 13 in Bangkok in the aftermath of the earthquake. Chinese contractors now under the lens for the building collapse. Hello and welcome to NDTV. Now, there is a massive face-off in Hyderabad at a campus between the government and the university. Tree cutting operations near the campus has triggered this controversy. The students are protesting against the government's, drive. Now, the fight is over the fact the university and the government have locked horns. The Congress government is pushing for a tech park in the area, while the university says the Telangana government is lying. The university has denied the Telangana government statement and has said that there have been no survey which have taken place in 2024 Let's very quickly go across to our colleague Uma Sudhir, who's joining us with more details at this moment. Uma, you know, the university is taking the government head on, saying that no survey was conducted. The government is not putting the facts out.
So let me just clarify this, Ankit. The land of 400 acres that was in 2000 given by Chandrababu Naidu as Chief Minister of erstwhile Andhra Pradesh to IMG Academies Bharata what is the land that we are talking about, and subsequently both the High Court and the Supreme Court have said that those 400 acres belong to the government of Telangana, and subsequent governments, whether it is the Congress government or even the BRS government, have argued the same in court. What the SU is now talking about is actually after the land was given to, declared as Telangana government land by the top court in the country, there was a demarcation of the border area that was to happen, and the government had put out a note saying that when they were alienating this land, or when they were identifying the land, they wanted the SU authorities also to be involved, and that they had been involved in demarcation of the border, and that is what the SU is now saying, that no such survey was conducted and that they are not aware of the demarcation happening because, with the presence of their own people as well in that exercise of the demarcation of the borderland itself. So, three things that I must point out. One, the land belongs to the government. Two, environmental concerns have been raised, but the government is pointing out that this land was never identified as forest land. It was in fact identified as land that is non-cultivable, and therefore the government had decided to go forward and develop it in the form of an IT park. And the government has also clarified, saying that they are not going to be changing any of the or touching any of the rock formations that are sensitive, and that even the Peacock Lake and Buffalo Lake that have been spoken about do not fall within the 400 area land parcel that they have spoken about auctioning and developing an IT park in. So the students' apprehension was that this is a fragile area, and the BRS leaders have been saying that there are species there that need to be protected.
Right.
So the government is saying that this is we are not against changing the microclimate, and we are not going to be tampering with any of that conditions that will change the climate of the area, just that they are using non-forest land for developing an IT park.
Right. Uma, also, this has also taken a political turn, as you were speaking about. The BRS is now, in fact, hitting out at the Congress party and calling it, double standards of the Congress, while on one hand, Rahul Gandhi writes a letter to the Prime Minister. The BRS is now using that to, in fact, hit out at the Telangana government.
Yes, indeed. The BRS is pointing fingers at the Congress, saying that you are talking about, protecting the mining, protecting the areas from mining activity in multiple states. And Rahul Gandhi has written a letter to the Prime Minister regarding it. And they are saying in the state of Telangana, at the University of Hyderabad, you are allowing lands or the green lung of the state to be, or the city to be taken away for this kind of a development activity and for auction of the land itself. That is what is the criticism from the BRS. In fact, the BJP has also pointed fingers at the government for the same reason, and they have also said that the BRS had also done something similar by trying to, bring in green cover and introducing species like Ponocarpus, which have proved to be very, very detrimental to the environment in Telangana itself. I must point out that this is a central university you're talking about, Ankit, and therefore Central University versus the state government is what we are talking about here, with the University of Hyderabad putting out that note saying that no demarcation exercise has been done in consultation with them.
Thank you for joining us with all those details at this moment. Uma Sudhir reporting on this story. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, to Mumbai, where comedian Kunal Kamra's his comments controversy. The police today turned up at his doorsteps. While Kunal Kamra, in fact, on a social media post, took a swipe at the Mumbai police, saying that checking at old address is a waste of time. Multiple summons have been issued to Kunal Kamra, yet he's at this moment not appearing before the police. There is, remember, protection from arrest till April 7 for Kunal Kamra. He has been booked in the defamation case after a parody song in which Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde, was called Gaddar. In the Noida Lamborghini reckless driving crash case, the driver linked to the supercar has been, in fact, given bail. Remember, this incident took place at Sector 94 in Noida, where this supercar veered off into a footpath where laborers were sitting. 2 people have been injured in this, and then, of course, the court has now granted bail to the driver. Manjinder Singh Bedi has joined as the Attorney General of Punjab. His appointment comes a day after Gurminder Singh has resigned from the AG's post. Bedi is the 4th AG in Bhagwant Mann-led Aam Aadmi Party's government's 3-year tenure. Bedi was currently an additional Advocate General with Punjab. The AG office, in fact, he hails from Bhatinda. He is a law graduate from Punjabi University in Patiala. He spoke to NDTV. Listen in.
We have seen the 4th AG has been appointed by Punjab government. So what are the challenges before you, and are you going to change the team, or what will be the perspective you are going to do in?
Actually, I do not feel there are any major challenges. These are the routine part of our office. Whatever case has been listed, we prepare it and argue it. So we cannot look into it as this is a bigger challenge. This is a routine matter. We will do our best to perform in the court. There is no, I think, any kind of problem to deal with the matters.
Sir, recently we have seen one comment has come from the apex court, Supreme Court, when we have seen the Punjab government advocates, they are not appearing there in the cases. How do you see that? Because do you think there was some more needs to do for this AG office?
Actually, sometimes it happens. We will improve our system so that it would not happen in the future.
Some cricketing action now. A new cricket star was born on Monday when Punjab's Ashwini Kumar dazzled in the City of Dreams to settle KKR for 116 in 17 overs. He became the first Indian bowler to take 4 wickets on debut in IPL. It was a disaster start for KKR with back-to-back wickets. Ashwini picked up Ajinkya Rahane on the very first ball of his IPL career. The 23-year-old from Mohali hit the deck hard, and Rinku Singh was his next victim. He created further a dent in the 11th over by castling Manish Pandey. Andrew Russell looked prepared to play his part, but Ashwini was breathing fire and went straight through the grades. In fact, Punjab youngster who was brought for 30 lakh rupees by Mumbai made a fantastic start to his IPL career.
क्या महसूस हो रहा है? 4 विकेट लेंगे तो एक ऐसा काम करते हैं, आप जाके शांत बैठिए थोड़ी देर और ये सोचिए कि पंजाब में क्या सोच रहे होंगे, घर में क्या सोच रहे होंगे इस डेब्यू के बारे में.
हाँ जी, वही अभी मैच के बाद देखते हैं, क्योंकि गांव में सभी देख रहे होंगे मैच मेरा, वो तो वेट कर रहे थे कि कब मौका मिलेगा. सो आज मौका मिला, भगवान की कृपा से अच्छा हुआ
और मौके का खूब आपने इस्तेमाल किया. बहुत खूब अश्विनी.
थैंक यू.
Salman Khan is back in the theatres on Eid, and the occasion is almost synonymous with a Salman Khan movie release. Sikander, which is directed by A.R. Murugadoss, has been released in cinemas on Sunday. And on day one, the number it has made, in fact, it has hit is about 26 crore on the domestic box office. Listen into this exclusive conversation with Salman Khan and Rashmika Mandanna, the 2 top stars of this film.
बात कर रहा हूँ सलमान और सलमान के साथ रश्मिका मंदाना, जो कि सिकंदर का हिस्सा है. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया बात करने के लिए.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका.
जी, सबसे पहले तो मैं यही पूछूंगा आपसे कि सिकंदर का लोगों को बड़े बेसब्री से इंतज़ार था. वो तो एक तो इसलिए कि सलमान की फिल्म है, ईद पे रिलीज़ हो रही है जी, और तीसरा इसलिए कि 3 महीने से नए साल में कोई छावा के अलावा कोई बड़ी फिल्म नहीं है. तो सब सारा जो दारो मदार है वो आपके कंधों पे. आपको भी प्रेशर.
छावा बहुत ही अच्छी पिक्चर थी एंड आई थिंक विकी इज डन अ ग्रेट जॉब एंड सो इज शी डन अ फैंटास्टिक जॉब इन छावा.
रश्मिका जी, आपको गोल्डन गर्ल का नया तमगा मिल गया है.
अरे क्या रश्मिका है और क्या क्या है.
इतना नाम,
इतने क्या इतना प्यार
इतना प्यार,
इतनी खुशी.
लेकिन ये तो मुझे अक्सर जो लोग हैं जो सलमान के साथ जब काम करते हैं, उससे पहले सलमान का एक ऑरा है जो कि कैमरा पे भी होता है और पीछे भी लोग समझते हैं। आपने जो सुना था और जब मिले क्या डिफरेंस पाया?
बहुत डिफरेंट था। लेकिन
अच्छा ही सुना था ना सब?
हाँ, मतलब इतने स्टोरीज होता है तो इट्स ट्रिकी, लेकिन when I met him, the whole, as in, he's a superstar. Like, he is literally a living legend, right? So there's a different aura that SK carries, and you know, it's his lovely people around and everything. But as an actor, he was just like every one of us, you know. He does the hard work, he thinks about the scenes, he helps me out, and every time after finishing a scene, I'll go to SK and be like, sir, how's it? And he'll guide me right, and all of that. I feel like, you know, you hear stories about him, but when you actually meet him, he's genuinely a nice human being. So you're like, okay, here is someone who I can depend on.
एक स्टोरी जो आपने सुनी हो और आपको लगा कि नहीं ये तो बिल्कुल अलग है जो आपने सुना हो पहले?
As in, it's not a story, but the second you say he's a legend or he is this living superstar, you have this thing of, okay, you know, you can't like talk, you know, freely to a star. This is a story that you make up in your own head. But when you actually meet SK, he doesn't give you that energy. He's like, what's up?
but Rashmika, none of us will ever give you that kind of energy. A guy who's doing well is now named for a superstar, and there you have what Talapati and what else you have. Talaivar out here you have. Yes, but we never call ourselves that. You will never see it in our films also that we called superstar Salman Khan. Wo to tag the superstar. Superstar क्या picture ने चलनी वही बहुत है.
But is it like your choice?
Nobody, like even if you work with Rajni Garu, okay, we work with Chiru Garu, you know, Kenny, you know, Vijay, you know, Surya, they will never ever give you that feeling that you're working with, you know, somebody, because I don't think that we or they or anyone think कि we are gods, कि हमने अपने आप को बनाया है. They all know कि in सब लोगों की वजह से we are here, and especially with the consent of our fans, we're here. जहाँ जो भी whoever starts thinking that he's a god and he's a superstar, his career will go off like that.
आज के डेट में ऐसे लोग हैं इंडस्ट्री में हमारे, आपको लगता है?
नहीं, मैं यही तो कह रहा हूँ कि नहीं है.
नहीं है.
Okay. No, but honestly, when you see someone on screen, no, it already makes you feel like that person is larger than life.
Now that is a problem when people start believing that image of them when they're on screen. They start believing that, then that's a problem. Okay, I can take on 10 people. No, you can't take on.
कैमरा पे भी एक्टिंग कर रहे हैं.
Can't take on people.
कैमरा पे भी एक्टिंग कर रहे हैं. कैमरा के पीछे भी एक्टिंग करने.
हाँ, मैं नहीं, वो उनकी थिंकिंग ये हो जाती है कि I can take on 10 people. No, Baba, don't even try it. They'll beat the hell out of you. Okay, I can romance so many girls. No, dude, your wife will kill you. Wife will kill you. I'm looking good. You come and start looking good. You start, you know, posing, and they'll say, "What an idiot, dude." So वो जो screen का image, if you start taking that personally, you're doomed. You're doomed. कि picture wise तो चले, मतलब वो तो खत्म ही है. But personally, when you do not get the response, like the response that you want at one given time, one given age, how will you be able to live the rest of your life? There's only one way that you will live the rest of your life, and that will be in the highest form of frustration, angst, jealousy. These are the only way that you will कुड़ के आदमी वो जीता होगा जिसने अपने आप को वो स्क्रीन का इमेज मान के चला है.
जी, बहुत से लोग हैं ऐसा जो करते हैं. बट मैं अगर आपसे पूछूं कि सिकंदर में, मैं कल आपका एक इंटरव्यू सुन रहा था जो आपने ग्रुप इंटरव्यू किया था, उसमें आपने कहीं बोला था कि सिकंदर की जो लाइन है, फिलॉसफी, वो ये है कि कहीं पे भी किंग चला जाए तो वो किंग होता है.
जी.
आप कितना पैरेलल ड्रॉ करते हैं अपने साथ? उस फिल्म में भी, ट्रेलर में मैं देख रहा था, 10-12 लोग आपके साथ चल रहे होते हैं, रियल लाइफ में भी आपके साथ. कितना आप
देखो इससे मैं ज़्यादा रिलेट नहीं कर पाता, क्योंकि अगर हमको अगर ये होता तो हम तेलुगु फिल्में और मलयालम फिल्में और तमिल फिल्मों में भी यही जो यहाँ पर ग्रॉस करते हैं, जो यहाँ पर कमर्शियल हिट्स देते हैं, ये वहाँ पर भी होता है।
पर रश्मिका, अभी जिस तरह का आपके बारे में हम बात करते हैं, गोल्डन गर्ल और ये सब जो कंपटीशन है आपका साउथ में,
क्या कंपटीशन है सर?
अब जो बाकी जो एक्ट्रेसेस हैं उनको भी लगता होगा कि यार
कोई कंपटीशन नहीं है वहाँ पर।
I got scared for a second. I was like, who? What?
मेरा मतलब है कि जो बाकी एक्टर्स उनको भी लगता होगा कि यार सलमान के साथ काम कर रहे हैं, रणवीर के साथ काम कर रही हैं, विक्की के साथ काम कर रही हैं, तो कहीं कोई ऐसा फीलिंग आपको समझ में आया और साउथ से कि जो बाकी एक्ट्रेसेस हैं उनको लगने लगा कि यार रश्मिका की तो निकल पड़ी टाइप्स?
Sir, I read this quote in one book saying what separates you to be a star from an actor is the choices that you make. Now, it was my choice to go to different industries, Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, and tomorrow I want to do a Malayalam film also. Hopefully I get that opportunity.
Kalas, mil gaye. No, because all these interviews are going on.
Mm.
वो देख के लोग, वो Mohanlal is listening to this right now.
I hope so. So these were my choices, sir. And the films that I'm doing today also are purely my choices. I don't have any other reference to, because like I don't know if any other person has come from Coog, you know, gone to Kannada industry, made a debut there, and then Tamil and Telugu and Hindi. So I don't have a reference point. My life is my life. I will make these choices. Whatever happens tomorrow is upon me. So I feel like the second you say competition, I don't relate to that, because I'm like, if like
सभी अपना अपना काम कर रहे हैं।
Yeah.
अगर इनके पास 2 बड़ी पिक्चर है तो उनके पास 3 बड़ी पिक्चर है, इनके पास 1 बड़ी पिक्चर है तो अगर उनकी 2 हिट हो गई तो इनकी 3 हिट हो गई। वो उनका इंडस्ट्री में सब चलते रहता है। और you should have that competition. I feel के वो competition से ही आपका growth होता है। अगर यही चलती आ रही है, वहाँ पर कोई दूसरा है ही नहीं, तो then she herself will become very complacent. So when she sees that, okay, now who are the girls there? Working.
Oh, let's not mention names.
Okay, chalo. So whoever the girls are there, they are working. There are quite a few actually. They're working there, and she is the only one ruling. You know, no, उसकी भी हिट होनी चाहिए, आपकी भी हिट होनी चाहिए, ताकि वो आपका लेवल उनकी वजह से भी ग्रो होता है कि इसने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है. So now I need to do better work. And you need to keep on working on yourself every single day.
That's true.
तो जो इनसिक्योरिटीज की बात आप कर रहे थे ग्रुप इंटरव्यूज में, वो इनसिक्योरिटीज वहाँ आपको देखने को नहीं मिलती?
कहाँ पे? इनसिक्योरिटी तो हर जगह देखने को मिलती है.
सिर्फ ऐसा नहीं कि यहीं पे.
वो बस मेरे में देखने को नहीं मिलती
है आपको देखने को मिली?
No, I'm just like, you don't see these things. You don't even know, as in, I don't know, sir.
ना इनसिक्योरिटीज तो मतलब होंगी शायद लेटेंट, बट अभी तक के वो उभर के आई नहीं हैं और शायद आएंगी भी नहीं, क्योंकि इतना दबा के रखूँगा उनको कि मरने के बाद भी बोलेगा कि इसमें तो कोई इनसिक्योरिटीज थी नहीं.
ईद पे फिल्म रिलीज हो रही है?
सॉरी, ईद पे, दिवाली पर, क्रिसमस में, इंडिपेंडेंस डे, रिपब्लिक डे, फेस्टिवल, नॉन फेस्टिवल, होली, जो भी है, जब पिक्चर रिलीज़ होती है वो आपको उस प्रकार की पिक्चर बनानी चाहिए